I also never understood why both genders like to play the blame game. Meaning, we've had so many people, especially, I always like to reference YouTube, but there are a lot of people, male and female, they sit up now bright-faced, some on their podcast, or have people guest appear on the podcast, and it'll always be women are this or that, men do this, women do that, when we both have lived long enough to see both genders act a fool, both genders be set in their ways, both genders can have the potential to unfortunately mistreat the other. But as human nature, we have the tendency of having a few bad experiences, and we'll get out now, talk out the side of our necks, and want to say women do this. And then you got some women, well, men are always doing this, when everybody got foolishness housed in them. Everybody can go left. Everybody has to battle with right and wrong, doing the right thing. In essence, treating people the way that they need to be treated. So it always perturbed me. Like I said yesterday in my other video, boggles my mind how you have people sitting up now, bright-faced, loud with it. Women this. Women are no good. Women do this. Women do that. And then you got some women putting all men in the same category. We're just going back and forth pitting things against each other when we all need to stop, take a look in the mirror and say, what do I contribute to every situation that I'm in? How can I be better? How can I treat this person with respect and value? And even if things don't work out, they're not the person that you thought they were, whatever the case may be, learn how to bow out gracefully. Take everything as a mental note in what you've learned, and be hopeful and positive and enthusiastic when you're going to meet someone else. You don't know your future. But when we all have a tendency, or some have a tendency, to get up in bright face and say, these women are this, these women do that, women are no good, all women are this. And then you have some women that men are this, men that. And we just don't even realize that it's a waste of time and energy pointing the finger at each other. This whole world is relational. How we treat each other makes the difference. But what happened in this situation, it shouldn't skew your perspective to have you go out and treat everybody the same, or be so loud with some type of prejudice, or just wanting to pit. I can take it further and say, there are a lot of people now, women of color are this, women of color are that, when if you be honest and take the time out to do like a proper study, they got some foolishness going on in Hawaii. They got some foolishness going on in the Caribbean. There's some foolishness going on in Mexico and Texas, Alaska. But we tend to take everything that we see and how people put it on YouTube and they blow it up. And you do see a lot of people that act a certain way. Yeah, it can be a certain group of people. But I think we totally miss the mark when we spend our times, especially if you have a platform, or you have people on your platform that they sit there, and now the whole argument is a woman is this, a woman is that. And I'm going to just keep it real. Some people just want to break from life, and they just want to scroll, have a good laugh, have a good cry, something sweet, heartfelt, when they scrolling on any type of social media platform. But unfortunately now, sometimes you deal with the stress of life, and you sit down to scroll just to have a little bit of me time or moment, and there's constantly someone bashing a woman of color, someone bashing every man, putting every man in the same category. White women are this as opposed to black women are that. There is some foolish black women, there's some foolish white women, there's some foolish Hawaiian and Puerto Rican dye mix. We spend too much time pointing the finger and blaming genders. We're tearing each other down, and it really gets us nowhere. In essence, what good does it do you? Just see what's housed in that individual. And if your spidey senses go to tingling and you like, no, I ain't studying that, walk away from that. And just be mindful of, okay, the next time I see something with that, I'm not going to deal with it. I'm not going to entertain it. I'm not going to go nowhere around it. We have people that will sit and they will hold a 30, 45, sometimes 2 to 3 hour segment on just tearing down certain women of color. Then you have some woman tearing down all men. There is a plethora of foolishness that comes in all shapes and colors, and unfortunately both genders. My food for thought.